Bill, the way some of those possessions went late in the game, how frustrating was it to see some of those plays get executed poorly or not come up with anything?
Well, now we had a set play called, and Juan saw it differently than what we had called just because of the way they were playing, and that happens. And then down the stretch, the out of bounds underplay. God, I wanted to save my timeout just because I knew I'd need it regardless. Or at least I thought I would. And Zeke forced up one where he didn't have to shoot a three. He could have just driven in and made a layup and cut it to one. So that's it happens. Unfortunately, we were in that position, but we did a lot of things well, considering that it was that close a game and you get scored 33 points from the arc. And we didn't really make free throws. So we did some things well, but we didn't guard the arc, whatsoever. And of course, that was the difference in the game.
Better in the second half or bad all game? 3-point defense.
I would say bad all game, but statistically, it looks worse than probably what it was because they did throw in some shots too. So the four biggest shots of the game. When we take the lead, Hawkins makes two in a row, and then we lose four in the corner, and he makes the big one with the game tied. And then, if I'm not mistaken, was it a tie game or we down one whenever Williams made the one at the top? So those were the four. In my opinion, the four biggest shots of the game. We were trying to keep up with them by shooting twos and them shooting threes, which is hard to do. 15-4, you got to make a lot of twos and a lot of free throws to offset that, and we didn't do enough of that.
Going back to the play where DeJuan threw it out of bounds, what was the look you were trying to generate there?
We were running a fade screen, down screen, and we actually said that if Zeke comes off the fade screen, he's not there, he's going to come off the down screen. And then if he's not open, it's going to be because they jump it. And then pocket pass to Hunt and take the layup. That's what we were trying to do. And Juan just threw it to Hunt, because he thought he'd be open.
And with KJ, how much was he a driving force for you guys today?
Yeah, he was great. It's one of the best games he's played in his career. We had some other guys maybe not have their best games, but KJ was fabulous. He tacked downhill. He played above the rim. He rebounded the ball like a man. He did a lot of things really well today.
Bill, I think with about 20 seconds left, they call a foul when it looks like the guy might have gone out of bounds. And then there's the announcement over the PA about not throwing anything. What was your perspective on that entire sequence?
Well, I don't have a perspective on throwing anything because I didn't see what was done. But I do have a perspective. I didn't think he was fouled. One official saw it one way and another official saw it the other. I don't think he was fouled. But we got the ball back anyway. So, and to be honest, the second time he may have been fouled. So it probably balanced out, but he wasn't fouled. I mean, that's a bad call. But we did get the ball back, so you can't bitch about the call. We got the ball back, and then obviously they did a good job of taking away the initial three in the corner. And I wish we would have just driven it, but still we tried to play it, making a hard shot. You guys remember K-State? Exact same situation. I called timeout, and Jalen threw one in. Cost us the game. And so this time I didn't. I thought we'd just go get a quick two, and it didn't work out.
I think Zeke's been in a little bit of the midst of a shooting slump. What are you seeing from out there today and in the last couple of games? Yeah,
he hasn't played as well here of late, but he's been really good all season long, and hopefully get it out of his system and I'm not worried about as much about shooting. That's always been my thing. Shooters need to make shots, but I'm not worried as much about that. I am, and it's magnified when you don't have a lot of them. But I just think he can play better. And when you worry about playing better, you seem to shoot it better. He tried to get downhill early in the game, and really probably, and we've been on him about that, as far as coming off tight and trying to get downhill to force help or go score. And he tried to do that early, and we really came away with nothing. And that probably, got him in a mindset where he's a little hesitant. But He had some open looks. He had a big one there on the right wing that was wide open and just didn't go in a crucial part. But those things happen. Those things happen.
Bill, Houston here, down to the wire, had him beat today, down to the wire. You're not getting those, though. Are you worried about the confidence?
No. You know what? We played really well against Houston. We came from behind and made it very interesting today. We had to do a lot of things right, and we didn't do it right on the defensive end. Colorado, we did it right on both ends for the most part. A couple other, we didn't do it right at Utah. Well, obviously, it's 60-60, and we don't finish the game there. So, yeah, they're a confidence standpoint in that situation. I'm not going to say that. I do think that we can play better in those 1, 2, 3 possession type games, in which I think that is, to your point, I'm sure. But it's not going to be something. We've won a lot of games in the last 1, 2, or 3 possession games and over time, and things have a tendency to balance out over time, and we're not making enough plays. But particularly, we're not getting key defensive stops when you got to get a stop. Puts a lot more pressure on you executing offensively when you don't get a stop the possession earlier, and that seems like to me that's happening more often than actually the poor offensive execution.
I'm sure you want the belief in there, and probably is in there, that you guys can beat anybody. You've said that. Can you carry that belief forward without getting a game like this or Houston here?
Sure.
I mean, do you need to get those?
Well, we said we had a 5-game schedule and we're 2-1.
Right.
So can we go beat Houston? Yes. Now, is it going to take an unbelievable effort? Yes. But that's the way it should be if you're playing one of the best teams in the country. And we played one of the best teams in the country today, and they shot lights out to start. We were on fire to start, got anything we wanted, and then we leave a couple of guys and a couple of hesitations or whatnot, and then next thing you know, we go from, we're up like 5 to down 6 or 7 pretty quickly. And then you're playing catch up the rest of the game. But we did some good things. But we need our bench to play better, and we need them to play more. But certainly tonight, that was not probably what gave us the best chance.
The post double teams on Williams and his ability to pass out of them, how much did that contribute to some of the looks they got from 3 in the first half?
First half, I'd say at least 2 or 3 of them. You go back and the one obviously that Anderson made there towards the end of the second half was the one that hurt us the most on the looks out of the post. But and it was a hockey assist that he got in that particular situation. But he's a good player, and he killed us last year. And so we tried to take the ball out of his hands some and did a good job at times. But if I had to go back and do it all over again, I probably wouldn't have trapped him. But we're supposed to force him left and the track come from behind, and we never did it right.
How tough a challenge is it playing Houston on their senior night?
Yeah, it'll be hard, but it'd be a challenge playing them on any night. Probably a tougher challenge is getting these guys back up and knowing they got a hard game in 48 hours. I think we got to start practicing tomorrow at 11:30 so we can get out of here. So that's going to be a quick turnaround. That'll be the toughest thing.
Anything else?